Are you looking to color your coils gently? I have the magic tool for you. Using our fashion lights, you can lighten the hair without lightener with just one process. My name is Erika Jemison. I'm a guest artist with Schwarzkopf Professional. Stay around to learn these tricks. Hi, so today we are going to play with my favorite products that I use in the salon. So we have our model here. She's a level 4. And oftentimes when clients have textured hair, they could be a little picky on their choice of lightening service. No worries, I have the best product here for you. I use it all the time in the salon, and it's our Fashion Light series. Lift and tone in just one application. So we're going to use Fashion Lights today. Lift and tone lifts up to 5 levels, and it deposits beautiful shades with wonderful pigment. You're gonna truly be amazed. And it's also very gentle on the hair. With our model today, I have selected 3 different shades. So just to give you a little bit of information about the numbering system with Schwarzkopf Professional, whenever you see an 8, I'm going to use L-88, and this is going to be red. Next, I'm going to use L-44. This is going to be a beige tone for the number 4. My third shade is going to be L-89. This is going to be a red violet shade. So just to give you a little bit of information on what we're going to do, I'm going to gently add light into this dark base. My base is going to be with our demi-permanent IGORA Vibrance, a level 4-46. That's going to be a beige chocolate. So I'm actually going to mix 1-to-1 with 40 volume. So that's equal parts. I love how vivid the fashion lights are just in the bowl, and you get exactly what you see on the hair from the bowl, which is fantastic. And it's really good for us in the salon because you get 2-in-1 with just one application with great pigment. I am using IGORA Royal 40 volume developer. So in total, I'm actually going to have 4 different formulas. So I've just mixed up my first formula, and now I'm moving to my second formula. This is our L-44. Well, for me, I like the beige because it deposits soft, beautiful caramel results, even on dark bases without using lightener. And in our formulation today, with using the reds, the red violets, the beige is actually going to act like a sunshine light. And now I'm going to move on to my third formula, which is L-88, and this is your red. And with all of my formulas today, I am using 40 volume because I talked about fashion lights, you get up to 5 levels of lift, and we want the maximum lift because of the dark base that we're starting on. So now we have 3 formulas. And my 4th formula is going to be Vibrance. Love, love Vibrance. Vibrance is our demi-permanent line. And what I love about IGORA Vibrance is that you have an option. You can use either a gel or you can use a cream. And it just depends on what you want to do. Today, I am actually going to use in gel form. The IGORA Vibrance is mixing 1 part Vibrance, 1 part lotion or gel, whatever you select. So like I mentioned, I love using Vibrance because you have a choice, gel or lotion. I'm going to use a gel today, and it's equal parts, 2 ounces. I know that I'm covering my base, so I will use the entire 2 ounces. With our gel developer. And I love the consistency, whether you use gel or you use lotion. And it's a nice consistency. And this is our 4th shade. This is going to be the base. The base is going to sit outside of all the lights. The lights will be in foils. First, before we actually jump into coloring, I want to talk about some products that are so near and dear to me. I use them in the salon every day, would not do one chemical service without them. And I want to start with the hair sealer. The hair sealer actually is a product that you would use after color. It reduces the swelling of the cuticle and it helps to bring the hair back down to its normal pH. Skin Protect, we never want our clients to leave out the salon appearing like they just have had color services. So this is a great protect to actually put around the hairline and protect from any color staining that may happen during your color service. And we've already applied on our model, but I just wanted for you just to see the product and then also just to see the product and then also pay attention to the placement. So normally in the salon, I'll just go around the hairline. And then, oh, our hair primer, a must have. Think of coloring a wall and you want to balance out what your paint is going to look like after. We are artists, right? So before I get started, I will always apply the primer to the hair. And what this is going to do is just make sure that the porosity of the hair is ready for color. And we all know when the porosity of hair is controlled, you're going to get better color. I've already sprayed the area that is taken away that we're not going to highlight. So I'm just spraying the other areas that we're actually going to go in and place our highlights today. So to get started, you'll notice that I've sectioned out the top area. The top area and all of the short sides is going to be a deep base that the lights are going to live in and pop out. So remember, we have 3 different formulas in our highlights and we've used the Fashion Lights. So we have L-89, L-88, and L-44 that's going to be in a deep level 4 base. The top area of the head, because when you think about color and texture, textured hair has so much movement that you want to engage in that movement when you're putting your color services on the hair because it'll live and it'll move just like the hair does. So basically to take this sectioning, I took a deep weave and sectioned out this back area is where the length lies. And this is the area that I'm going to put the highlights in. And I've taken a deep weave in the front area also, and this is where the length lies. So basically, I'm just lightening areas that's in my length. And this is going to be fast. You're just going to pop a couple of highlights in here just to bring the hair color alive. I've taken a horizontal section here. And this is where I'm going to begin my lights. Think about your foil application probably would consist of maybe 6 or 7 foils. But once again, it's all determined by the head of hair that you're working on and your desired outcomes. Maybe they'll be different from mine. Maybe they'll be the same. Who knows? So here, My weave is going to be a very fine weave because I want them just to appear as lights jumping out of this brunette base. So some would call it like a baby light. Working with 3 different formulas, your starting formula could be whatever you want it to be. I'm going to start with my beige because this is where I want the light to start popping up. But it just depends on what you're doing. You might want to start with your reds. Who knows? Or if you want blues in the hair. But you think about this. When you're applying lights to the hair, think about what you want to bring to life. So I know just by looking at the hair that I have here that I'm only going to have 3 foils here. And that's totally fine. If you want more color, it's totally up to you. And now for my second foil, I'm going to move into my reds. All the hair that's left outside of the foils will be our base, and that's going to just be one application with our vibrance. And this here will be our last. And see, so your last section, you're actually going to be taking your baby weave right off of that weave parting, which is going to cause like a great, wonderful diffusion, a little chaotic, beautiful. And I've learned that sometimes, depending on what you're doing, less is more. Just a pop of color sometimes is just striking. So it just all depends on what you're doing it for, and the client that you're working on, and what results you want to see in the end, or your client. So now we're going to move into the fringe area. And for the fringe area, and like I said, it's all about you as an artist and what you want to see. I know that I want to see lights really, really close, not directly on the face, but really near the face. Sunlight, sunflower, it all depends on what you want to call it. The area around her face is still going to be, the remaining hair is still going to be your the deep base with your vibrance. It's funny because when I'm working, I always sing this song, la-di-da. I just had to say it, made me feel normal. La-di-da. Anyone that knows me will just smile when they hear me say that. In the fringe area, depending on the head of hair that you're working on, you'll probably have, I mean, for me, I'm gonna have one more foil, I could see that. But you'll probably have more foils in the front because of the length, or you may just want to see more color in the front. And now I'm going to move into our red violet shade. You guys are going to love the results of the lights, fashion lights, and how beautiful and stunning and vibrant they are. And you can always let us know what you think so far. Are you excited to try fashion lights? I'll tell you right now, you're going to be super excited. The results are going to just blow your mind. And so here, I am actually going to transition back into my first formula, which is going to create something magical, because we started with the beige and now we're going to end with beige. And like I said, when you're weaving, especially with dealing with textured hair or you're dealing with shorter hair, when you're applying your foils, just to make sure, you're going to have to put a little tension on that hair. And I'll give you a good example. And then your color lay the hair down for you, but you'll notice here I'm putting a little tension on that hair just to hold it in place. And then, like I said, your color will do the rest of the holding. La-di-da. And can you imagine that? Your foil work is finished with impactful results you're gonna have. So I talked about our base being a dark brunette base, a beige chocolate, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna start our base application in the nape area on the shorter parts. And something I've learned is it's okay, like if you're coloring shorter bits of hair, that sometimes after your application, you may want to use your comb to make sure that that saturation is even and it's everywhere. So just note, that's not breaking the rules. So I'm just gonna gently remove my foils. Put a clip here so it's not disturbing my foils, but it's holding them forward for me. And I'll start with my base. And you'll see this beautiful gel consistency here. I love Vibrance, it's my favorite. I use it for doing bases like I'm doing today. I love it for dark bases. I love Vibrance when you're doing color touch-ups and you're using IGORA Royal on your new growth, and then you want to brighten up those ends. You can use Vibrance. It's absolutely wonderful for toning. I mean, it's everything. You can use it all the time. I use it even with clients that do not want a commitment of color, but I feel like everyone needs to have like strong pigment. So even for my clients that do not want to get color, Vibrance is for everyone, because it literally makes your hair look and feel healthier and it's shinier. And see, I'm not worried about this hairline here because I have, and that doesn't mean I'm not going to do a neat application, but I have my Skin Protect. So I know that the skin is going to be protected and she's going to look beautiful and radiant with no signs that she just received color other than her fantastic hair color. But she won't be wearing any on her skin. So for me, I'll always go in and do the shorter bits first and then start working up with the longer hair to the longer hair. And the color is going to be stunning. And you looks like what I'm doing today. It's like a maximum of 7 foils all together, and it's just going to be a striking look. Well, you can let me know what you think in the comments. So now we're finishing up with our front piece. And because it's so close to the face, I'll start my application away from the face also, just to ensure that the hairline is colored, but it's away from the face, because we don't want for this color to fall directly on the face. And the gel is like, it's so easy to use during your application, it's very smooth and gentle, and it just kind of glides on the hair, and you could just see that. So now we're going to allow for processing. With vibrants, the processing is 5 to 20 minutes. 5 minutes if you're toning and up to 20 if you're depositing. For the Fashion Light, it's 45 minutes. So we're going to let it process. We'll see you shortly. So we're going to combine 2 curl products. We're going to start with Bounty Balm, and we're going to combine it with Curl Jam. So to start with my application, and actually when I talk about combining the products, I'm actually going to layer them on the hair. So I'm going to begin my layering with my jam, my curl jam. And the curl jam is really nice, hydrating, and it really allows you to, it gives you that slip when you're going in to style your coils. Now I'm going to layer with Bounty Balm. Bounty Balm, the consistency is just a bit creamier than the curl jam, but the two results in beautiful curls. And I like to apply 2 sections at a time, opposed to just 1 piece at a time. But like I said, the key with styling coils is just to make sure that the hair stays moist. So now I'm actually gonna go in with a finger coiling. And the finger coiling technique, what happens is it just allows you to form your curls. And so you'll notice when I talked about styling, I mentioned forming, because the hair already has a nice curl, but all we're doing is enhancing the curl that's already in the hair by the finger coiling technique. And so while I'm coiling, you'll notice I'm gently kind of just placing the coils where I want them to be. And the product allows for you to have that slip to coil the hair. And so it depends on the texture of hair that you're working on. You can take bigger sections to actually coil, and basically I'm just using the natural curl that's in the hair, combined with the products, and then just twisting around my finger. And we're gonna just complete this technique, this styling technique, all the way through the hair. And just something to note, like her hair is gonna actually fall heavier on one side. Make sure that when you're styling, you actually comb the hair in that direction, and we'll actually show you that also. Make sure you comb the hair in that direction to where you're forming your style. It's almost comparable to wet styling the hair. okay? So I'm just gonna kind of style, but can we turn? So now that the hair is diffused, you could see the curls really come to life. So now this is where you put your signature on your haircut. So I'm just gonna play a bit, and what I am doing is just kind of causing some movement. I got more lift here by using this comb in the crown area to lift and diffuse over. Just so that works really well for me. It's something I do in the salon because the roundness of this haircut was really important, and we wanted to make sure that we got our lift here. So for me, this is where I'll use my hands just to kind of play. For me also, whenever I'm doing textured hair, I like a matte look. So what I'm going to do as I'm playing through the hair, I see a little shine here, and that's lovely if that's what you want to see. But for me, I like looks just a bit more lived in. So to get that, what I am going to do is use the little texture spray. And what that's gonna do is just give me a little bit of a matte finish. It's gonna break up the shine. So I'm just gonna spray a little bit. And just play. And the only thing the texture spray is gonna do is just enhance the texture to where you can play more, and then it'll just give you just a bit more lived in look. So it just depends on what you like when you finish. Okay, so we're done with our color, and look at our beautiful shades here. And I wanna just highlight, using the Fashion Light, you see these beautiful highs and lows that we have here. You can see the beautiful beiges, and this is what one color, one process, lift and tone. You see the beautiful red violets that's coming through? And basically what's happening is the focal points where the length is, it's highlighted, and we were able to use Fashion Lights to create these beautiful highlights without using any lightener at all. The beautiful base that you see here, this is all vibrant. And you could see when I talked about highlighting the longer bit, we highlighted the front area here, and then you could see in the back area here where the hair is highlighted. And it's just bringing those longer bits to life. Let us know what you think. Thank you for watching. I hope you got some tools and tricks that you could use behind the chair that I enjoy every day. My name is Erika Jemison, guest artist with Schwarzkopf Professional. You can leave any comments below. You can even click the link below to shop, and you can find me at Miss Jemison _ on Instagram.